Good morning, students. Continuation of atomic structure. Last topic in structure of atom or atomic structure, electronic configuration. What is the electronic configuration? The filling of electrons into various orbitals. Okay, we call as electronic configuration. The filling of electrons which are present in a atom into various orbitals. Okay, we called as a electronic configuration. First we'll see the how many orbitals are there, which shell contain which orbital we'll see. For example, K shell is there. K shell contain one s orbital. Okay, here s orbital accommodate 2 electrons. That means the maximum electrons present in K orbital K is only 2 electrons. So maximum electrons. L shell contains one second shell. So here n is equal to 1, s orbital n is equal to 0. Here 2s orbital present and here 2p orbital present. N is equal to 2 here, L is equal to 0 here, N is equal to here, okay, 2 here, L is equal to 1. This is about the L shell, second shell. M shell contains, 3s orbital, N is equal to 3, L is equal to, over here L is equal to 0, and 3p orbital, n is equal to 3, L is equal to 1. Okay, 3d orbital, n is equal to 3, L is equal to 2. These three orbitals are present here. K shell contain only 1s, L shell contain 2s and 2p. Okay, here M shell contain 2s, 2p, 3d. Okay, shells. Next, N shell contains 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f orbitals. Here n is equal to 4. Principal quantum number means main shell. S orbital n is equal to 0. N is equal to 4. L is equal to 1. N is equal to 4. L is equal to 2. N is equal to 4. L is equal to 3. These are the different orbitals which are present in various shells. Okay, here after this fourth shell, first shell, second shell, third shell, fourth shell, fifth shell, sixth shell, seventh shell also contain same, but 5s, 5p, 5d, 5f. Okay, and here 6s, 6p, 6d is there. We don't have the 6f. Okay, up to date we don't have the 6f. 7s is there, 7p is there. We don't have the 7d also. We have these orbitals. Okay, we have these orbitals present in structure of an atom. Okay, here the filling of electrons into these orbitals we called as electronic configuration. Second shell, p s orbital accommodate 2 electrons. 2 electrons. Why? Because it contains only one orbital. That's why it accommodates 2 electrons. And here 2p accommodate. P orbital accommodates 6 electrons. Why? It contains 3 orbitals. Px, py, pz. So 6 electrons. Total 8 electrons are present. Maximum electrons present in each L shell. Here 2 electrons from s orbital, 6 electrons from p orbital. D orbital, how many d suborbitals are there? 5 suborbitals. Each suborbital, accommodate 2 electrons. 2 into 5, 10 electrons. Total, 18 electrons, maximum electrons present in this one. And here 2 s orbital, p 6 and 10 d. F orbital, how many f orbitals are there? 7 f orbitals. According to magnetic quantum number, f orbital split into 7, or f orbital has 7 orientation. 7 into 4, 7 into 2, 14. Total 32 maximum electrons present in H. Okay, s orbital accommodates 2 electrons, p orbital accommodates 6 electrons, okay, d orbital accommodates 10 electrons, okay, f orbital accommodates 14 electrons. Why? Because it contains only one magnetic quantum number. Here 3 quantum number, 1 into 2. Each orbital accommodates 2 electrons. Okay, here 2 na, 3 into 2 6. Here 5 into 2 10. Here 7 into 2 14. And when you are writing in orbital form, for example, s orbital or any, this is the orbital square box. One orbital with upward arrow mark, according to spin quantum number, it has positive half value. One orbital should be paired with opposite sign, opposite rotation with negative sign. That means in orbital, this electron moves in clockwise direction, this electron moves in anti-clockwise direction. Definitely we should maintain like this. Okay, don't write like this. Don't write like this. This is the wrong representation. Here, this is also wrong representation. One is upward direction, other one definitely should be definitely downward direction. Then it paid up. Okay, this is the just representation of an electrons in orbital. Definitely, first electron should be positive sign. That means clockwise direction. Second electron should be anti-clockwise direction. Okay, here we'll see the rules for the filling of electrons. One rule is there, first rule, n plus k rule. Second one, Aufbau's rule. Aufbau's rule. Third one, Pauli's rule. Okay, Pauli's rule. Fourth one, Hahn rule. Okay, fourth one, Hahn rule. See here, first rule, n plus l rule. Okay, the orbital which is n plus l rule, the orbital which has lowest n plus l value, then the electron moved into that orbital. The electron moved into that orbital. Then highest n plus value. Suppose 1s orbital is there, 2s orbital is there. Calculate n plus l value. What is the n plus l value? What is the n value of 1s orbital? N is equal to 1. 0 is equal to 1. 2sn, n is equal to 2, 0. Okay, 2. Which has n plus l value? N plus l value less 1s orbital. So, first electron entered into the 1s electron, then electron entered into the 2s electron, 2s orbital. First electron entered into the 1s orbital, then electron entered into the 2s orbital. Suppose, for example, you take one more example. Okay, 4s, 3d is there. Okay, 4s is there, 3d is there. What is the 4s? N plus l value. N plus 4 is the 4, 0, 3. N plus l, n value is 3 and d 2, 5. Here 4. So electron first transform or first move into the 4s orbital, then move into the 3d orbital. 3d orbital. Okay, based on n plus l rule, which has less n plus l rule value, the electron moved into that orbital. Then after that, okay, continuation, that we call as n plus l rule. Okay, in continuation, we'll see the one more important rule, Aufbau's rule. What is the Aufbau's rule? It also like n plus l rule. The electron, the orbital, what is this Aufbau's rule? Here I am writing second rule. First electron entered into the lower energy orbital, then higher energy orbital. First electron entered into the lower energy orbital, then it moved into the higher energy orbital. Okay, this is about the first rule of Bose. How we identify the energy of different orbitals? Energy of different orbitals. Okay, he above gave one diagram for that energy levels of different orbitals. First, I am taking 1s orbital. Here I am taking 2s and 2p. Here I am taking 3s, 3p, 3d. Okay, here 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f. Okay, 5s, 5p, 5p, 5d, 5f. Okay, next 6s, 7s, 6s, 7s, 6p, 7p, 6d. We don't have 6f. We don't have the 6s. Okay, here different orbitals. Okay, these are the different orbitals. Here I am writing 7p. Okay, first electron coming. This electron. First electron moved into 1s orbital. After that electron moved into 2s orbital. Okay, then electron moved into 2p orbital, then 3s orbital. Okay, 3p orbital, 2p orbital and 3s orbital. Then electron moved into 3p orbital and 4s orbital. After the 4s, electron moved into 3d orbital, then 4p, then 5s. Okay, 5s. Then here, after the 5s, electron moved into 4d orbital, 5p orbital, 6s orbital. After the 6s, electron moved into 4f orbital, okay, 5d orbital, 6p orbital and 7s orbital. Like this. After the 7s, electron moved into 5f orbital, 6d orbital, 6p orbital. Okay, this is we called. See, write in equal order and diagonal way seeing diagonal. Okay, we will observe. First electron entered into the 1s orbital, then 2s orbital, then 2p, then 3s, then 3p, 4s. Okay, 3d, 4p, 5s, 4d, 5p, 6s. Here 4f, 5d, 6p, 7s, 5f, 6d and 7d. This is the energy level. This is the lower energy level. Energy increases from top to bottom. Energy increases. First, electron entered into the 1s orbital. Then electron entered into the 2s orbital. Then electron entered into the 2p orbital. Then electron entered into the 3s orbital. Then electron entered into the 3p orbital. Then electron entered into the, okay, after the 3p, 4s. Then 3d. Then 4p. After the 4p, 4s. Okay, after the 4s, electron entered into the 4d. Okay, 4d. After that, 5p. After that, 6s. After that, 4f. After that, 5d. After that, 6p. Okay, after that, 7s. After that, 5f. After that, 6d. After that, 7d. Okay, here in all these, which is lowest energy level? 1s. Highest energy level is 7d. First electron entered into the lowest energy level. Then after, okay, then after it moved into the higher energy level. This we called as Hofbau's principle. Then in continuation, we'll see the one more. What is that? Pauli's principle. Pauli's principle. What is the Pauli's principle? Okay, here for any two electrons, 4 quantum numbers are not equal. For any two electrons, 4 quantum numbers are not equal. Not equal. That we call as Pauli's exclusive principle. Pauli's exclusive principle. Okay, here I am taking helium. Atomic number 2. Electrons, 2 electrons are there. First electron, okay, move into the first 1s orbital. Here I am indicating like this. First electron, second electron. See, 4 quantum numbers. N is equal to principal quantum number. Here this one. 1. Okay, S is L is equal to 0. M is equal to L is equal to 0 means M is equal to 1. And here first electron, this is the 1 electron, this is the 2 electron. For first electron, M is equal to 1. All this same. Second electron also, N is equal to 1, L is equal to 0, M is equal to 1. What about the S is equal to here? Upward direction means positive. Downward direction means negative. Any two electrons, okay, not having the same quantum number, that we call as Pauli's exclusive principle. Pauli's exclusive principle. Okay, definitely while filling the electrons, definitely one should be upward arrow mark, other should be downward arrow mark. Positive rotation cancelled with the negative rotation. That means positive rotation of one electron, clockwise rotation of one electron cancelled with the anti-clockwise rotation of another electron. Okay, in continuation, we'll see one more rule, Hund rule. Okay, Hund rule. Here, S orbital, this is the S orbital. We have only one S orbital, so electron, first, for example, 2 electrons are there. First moved into S orbital. Then second electron also moved into S orbital with the downward direction. This is the representation of electrons, 2 electrons in S orbital. What about in P orbital? Here we have 3 P orbitals. And here I am explaining P orbital also in same continuation. So Px, is Py, is Pz. These 3 are having same energy. These 3 are having same energy. Such orbitals we called as degenerate orbitals. The orbitals which are having same energy are called degenerate orbital. Pxy, Pyz, Px, Py, Pz, all those are called degenerate orbitals. In degenerate orbitals, for example, here I have 4 electrons. How we fill the 4 electrons in degenerate orbital? First occupies one degenerate orbital. Then second electron occupies second degenerate orbital. And third electron occupies third degenerate orbital. Then it will take pair up. 5 electrons are there means like this. 6 electrons are there means like this. Okay, first don't take the pair up. First electron distributed symmetrically, then pairing up. Then only pairing up. That says by the Hund's rule. The filling of electrons into the degenerate orbital by one, after the completion of electronic configuration, then it come back and fill again or paired up again. That we call as Hund principle or Hund rule. Based on these 3 rules, okay, we will fill the orbitals by using different electrons. Okay, electronic configuration that we call as electronic configuration. And here one more important thing. Okay, just I want to explain about the half-filled electronic configuration and completely filled electronic configuration. Before seeing the half-filled electronic stability of atom, before seeing the stability of atoms, see the electronic configuration of various atoms. Electronic configuration of various atoms. Okay, just I will write the electronic configuration of different atoms 1 to 30. Okay, 1 to 30. Okay, just I want to write the electronic configuration of different elements 1 to 30 based on these 4 rules. Okay, first, name of atom, symbol, okay, name of atom and atomic number. Here I am writing atomic number also. Symbol, okay, symbol and electronic configuration. Electronic configuration. First, hydrogen, atomic number 1, symbol H, okay, helium, atomic number 2, He, okay, next lithium, atomic number 3, Li, capital L, small l, beryllium, 4, capital B, small e, boron, 5, P, next carbon, 6, C, next nitrogen, 7, N, oxygen, 8, O, fluorine, 9, F, neon, 10, Ne. Okay, these are the different atoms with the atomic numbers. What is the electronic configuration of hydrogen? How many electrons are there in hydrogen? Atomic number 1 means always atomic number is equal to the electrons. Only one electron is there. Okay, atomic number of electrons equal. Okay, here I am writing. Atomic number is equal to number of electrons in neutral atom. Only neutral atom. This is the principle. See, what is the representation of electronic configuration? How do we represent the electronic configuration? Electronic configuration represent like this: NS, okay, NSL, okay, NSL or NSE, any other NSL. N means principal quantum number. S means sorry NLX, sorry, representation NLX, electronic configuration represent like this. N means principal quantum number. N is equal to azimuthal quantum number. Sorry, X is equal to number of electrons. This is the representation of electronic configuration. Sorry, not NSL like that. NLX. What is a principal quantum number? What is a azimuthal quantum number? What is X? Number of electrons present in the orbital. And here one more important one, valency shell. What is the meaning of valency shell? The last shell is called valency shell. last shell which is present in that atom we call as valence shell. We'll see in continuation what is the meaning of valence shell. Okay, here hydrogen atomic number 1 electron. 1 electron according to Paul's principle, first electron moved into 1 s orbital. 1 means principal quantum number, s means azimuthal quantum number, 1 electron is there, so 1. 1 is 1. This is the electronic configuration of hydrogen. Then here helium, it has 2 electrons. S orbital accommodates maximum 2 electrons. So 2 electrons present here only. After 1 is finished, we don't have 1 is 3. S orbital accommodates only 2 electrons. So 1 is 2 finish here. After 1 is electron moved into 2s orbital. 1 is 2, 2s 1. Okay, next 4 electrons are there. 1 is 2, 2 is 2. 2 is 2 also finish. Next electron moved into 2p orbital. Okay, here 1 is 2, 2 is 2, 2p 1. 2p 1. Then 1 is 2, 2 is 2, 2p 2. See here. I am writing only 2p. I don't want to write any. First electron. 2 electrons. Next here 1 is 2, 2 is 2, 2p 3. 1 electron, here 1 electron, here 1. Remember this one. Actually p orbital accommodates 6 electrons. But here how many electrons are there? 3 electrons are there. That means it is off-field electronic configuration. It is off-field electronic configuration. Remember this off-field electronic configuration, somewhat use contribution. Here oxygen 1 is 2, 2 is 2, 2p 4. Okay, 3 electrons finished in degenerate orbital. Then according to follows Bohr's law. 3 finish, 4th electron paired up with the downward direction. With the downward direction. Okay, this says Bohr's law. Next 9, 1 is 2, 2 is 2, 2p 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Finish now? Next neon, 1 is 2, 2 is 2, 2p 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 finish. This shell is called, this is the last shell. We call it valence shell. At valence, completely filled orbitals are there. Completely filled electronic configuration. Remember this one, off-field electronic configuration and completely filled electronic configuration. Remember these two. Okay, we'll see in continuation some more. Okay, electronic configuration of atoms. What is the representation of an electron? Electronic configuration NLX. What is the L? Principal quantum number. What is L? Okay, azimuthal quantum number. What is X? Number of electrons. Okay, number of electrons. Valence shell, degenerate orbital, and here off-field electronic configuration, completely filled electronic configuration will have different terminology. Okay, in conclusion, we'll see. Next one, sodium. Atomic number 11. Symbol Na. Okay, next, magnesium. Atomic number 12. Mg. Next, aluminium. Aluminum. Atomic number 13. Aluminum. Okay, next, silicon. Atomic number 14. Silicon. Next, phosphorus. 15. Symbol F. Sulfur. Atomic number 16. Sulfur. Next, okay, chlorine. Atomic number 17. Cl. Capital C small. Next, potassium. sorry, argon 18, yeah. Next potassium 19, okay. Next calcium 20, Ca. Okay, electronic configuration. Write electronic configuration. In continuation I am writing 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. After 2p6 we are finished. Electron after 2p electron move into 3s1. Here 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. After 3s electron move into 3p atom. 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p1. Okay, here 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p2. Okay, here 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4. Which one? Sulfur. Next, chlorine electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. Next, argon 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5, 3p6 is a completely filled orbital. 8 electrons are present in orbital, we call completely filled. Here 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. After the 3p6 electron move into 4s orbital, 4s1. Okay, here 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. After the 4s1 electron move into 4s2. Okay, these are the different electronic configurations of sodium 11 to calcium 20. After that, okay, we'll see in continuation some more 21 to 30. 21 to 30. Okay, first I'll make scandium. Atomic number 21, symbol Sc. Okay, titanium. Atomic number 22, symbol is Gi. Okay, vanadium. 23, symbol V. Chromium. Atomic number 24, symbol Cr. Next, manganese. Mn. Next, after the manganese, iron. Fe 25, here 26. After the iron, cobalt 27, Co. Next, nickel 28, Ni. Next, copper 29, Cu. Next, zinc 30, symbol is zinc, Zn. Electronic configuration. Okay, here I don't want to write complete electronic configuration. Just I put here argon. That means up to argon finish. What is the electronic configuration of argon? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. Okay, up to that argon finish. Okay, this is also one type of electronic configuration. If we write that also, right, but lengthy process, that's why I took reduced electronic configuration. After the argon electronic configuration 3s2, 3p6, 4s1, 4s2 is there. Okay, here 4s2 finish. All 4s2 finish. 20 finish now. 4s2 means 20 finish. 20 finish. After the 4s2, electron move into 3d, 3d1, 3d2, 3d3, 3d4, 3d5, 3d6, 3d7, 3d8, 3d9, 3d10. See, scandium electronic configuration, argon 4s2, 3d1. Next zinc electronic configuration 4s2 3d10. 4s2 3d10. Okay, these are the different electronic configurations of 1 to 30 atoms. 1 to 30 atoms. And here, just I want to explain about the one topic, stability of atom. Stability of atom. When atom gets stability, when it has off-field electronic configuration, p orbital, see, 1 electron, 2 electron, 3 electron, are completely filled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is completely filled. This is off-field. Okay, for a p orbital. D orbital you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 off-field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Completely filled. This is the completely filled off-field p orbital, off-field d orbital. Completely filled p orbital, completely filled d orbital. The elements which have the atom elements which are completely filled off-field orbitals, those should be stable. Why? Because symmetrical arrangement of an electron. See, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Here 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Symmetrical arrangement. Due to the symmetrical arrangement gives the more stability to atom. Due to the symmetrical arrangement of electrons, off-field electronic configuration of an atom or element, or completely filled electronic configuration of an atom or element in valency shell, those should be stable. Those only stable compared to other atoms. This is about the stability of different atoms. And here one small topic is there here. What is that? You take the chromium and you take the here I am taking chromium, atomic number 24. Here I am taking copper, atomic number 29. I am writing normal electronic configuration. What is the normal electronic configuration? Argon, here also argon, here 4s2, here also 4s2, here 3d4, here 3d9. If one electron jumped from lower energy level to higher energy level, it becomes what? For example, one electron excited from 4s orbital to 3d5. Argon 4s1, 3d5. Here also say argon 4s2, 3d10. What is the difference between these electrons and these electrons? Next, what I wrote in last now? What I wrote in last, those are there now. See, 4s2, 3d4, 4s1, 3d5. 3d5 means off-field electronic configuration. Here 3d9, 3d10. 3d10 means completely filled electronic configuration. Completely filled electronic configuration gets more stability. So sometimes this type of electronic configuration, absorbed in atomic structure or in atoms. These electronic configuration, these two, 4s1, 3d5, 4s1, 3d10. Sorry, this is not 4s2. 4s1, 3d10. These two are there now. 4s1, 3d5, 4s1, 3d10. These are stable, more stable electronic configuration of copper and chromium. Chromium and copper. So, these are normal electronic configuration. These electronic configurations are called abnormal electronic configurations. These are called abnormal electronic configurations. In examination point of view, they may ask, write abnormal electronic configuration of copper and chromium. What are those? Abnormal electronic configuration of chromium is 4s1, 3d5. Abnormal electronic configuration of here copper is argon 4s1, 3d10. Normal electronic configuration, okay, copper, chromium, argon, 4s2, 3d4, unstable. These are stable. Why? Because presence of complete off-field electronic configuration and completely free electronic configuration. This is about the one more chapter, second chapter, structure of an atom. Okay. Next, in continuation, we'll see the classification of elements, periodic table. That is also one of the important topic. Okay. We'll see in continuation the topic. Okay. Thank you. Please write notes and send me